Another series win, a 4-3 trip. And how are they doing it? 1-0 today. Manny Machado homers. Ryan Burkert was outstanding. So is the bullpen. The manner in which the Padres are winning games, we can get into whether this is quote unquote sustainable or not, but they all count. And now the biggest series of the year awaits. Dodgers will be at Petco Park. The next 10 games, 7 of them against the LA Dodgers, 3 here, 4 at Dodger Stadium. Make your way in. A lot to discuss over the last couple of days, including the first true off day of the season for Fernando Tatis Jr., who is going through it. Manny Machado going through it in the opposite direction, has hit 7 home runs in 16 days since Jim's tweet. So thank you, Jim. You need to tweet about Tatis, by the way.
You're welcome.
I think we said one more offer. You were going to tweet about Tatis. All right, make your way in and subscribe. All right, subscribe. We have year-round content for Padres fans. Smash the like button for us. We need 500 likes in this video. Between live and replay, we need 500 likes in this video, especially with the Dodgers coming here next week, and we're going to have crazy shows lined up for you guys. So please subscribe and like. Follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We'll get to every single super chat here today. We appreciate your support of the channel. Click the $ below the chat box. If you want to control the direction of the conversation, if you just want to support, if you have a question or a comment, you want to see it on screen, click the $ below the chat box. If you want to become a member, get custom emojis and badges, click the join button down below. Jim, it's amazing how they're winning these games. All 7 of these, someone brought up a really good point, replying to some of our tweets this afternoon. They could have gone 7-0. They could have gone 0-7. They were all closely contested. They were all winnable or losable. Thankfully, they won more than they lost. I mean, 4-3 with that trip. San Francisco, Milwaukee, I think you take. And now the Dodgers away. But what a win today behind Ryan Burger with Manny Machado once again backing him.
So Manny this year has a 2.4 WAR. How does he not get at least a 1 WAR? Like 1 WAR from this game and other games as well. Like, yeah, I know I don't know how the WAR stat works. But
you're right. The last 2 weeks, dude, you're right.
He has, since, that tweet, when he was going through it, by the way, I just want to point that out. Like, some people might look at that without looking at the timestamp. Like, I just want people to know, all right? The second that was tweeted, he was in the midst of like a 0 for 20. I mean, it was bad.
Like a 19, 0 for 19, maybe.
Yeah, 1 for 19, 1 for 20, 0 for 19. Yeah. Like, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. And then ever since that moment, like I think 2 at-bats later, he hits that home run in Atlanta to give them a lead, and he has not looked back since that moment where he's really carried this team for sure. 7 home runs now and 13 RBIs since that tweet. He has up to 10 home runs on the season. I know when he had 3, we're like, is this guy going to? Yes, he is going to get his numbers. He is going to get, 27, 28, 29 home runs this year. He's going to be an all-star, health permitting. He has just been fantastic. And as he goes, the team goes. And that rang true today. Now, the pitching was a big part of that. Ryan Berge just pitched really, really good. The bullpen continues to be fantastic. I thought Yuki Matsui, whoa, like what? He looked incredible today. Robert Suarez, very clean, really not as stressful at all. 9th inning, just in complete command. And yeah, if you asked me before, like, to 2 or 3 against Milwaukee after Milwaukee's 9-1 in their last 10, huge series win on the road, and it could have been better. It should have been better, but you know what? 4-3, you take that and you literally run away.
Yeah, I completely agree. And by the way, good vibes in the chat, getting us underway here tonight. Joshua, thank you, man. Can we get some clap emojis in the chat for Joshua? Dodgers are coming here. We love starting the night off with these good vibes. It's very, very generous, Joshua. We truly appreciate you. He says, tuition for the gentleman for consistently taking time out of their day to give us fans a platform to talk Padres baseball. That is why we're here. That has always been the purpose of the channel. The channel is approaching its 4-year anniversary. That'll come later this summer.
Jeez.
The show is actually 6 seasons old across radio and YouTube. It's crazy. We would never do it without your support. People like Joshua, everyone here, whether you support with super chats or subscribing or liking, however you support this channel, telling other people about it. We truly, truly appreciate you. To your point, Jim, the Brewers came in scoring over 6 runs per game, their prior 10. You know how many extra base hits they had in this series? How about the walk-off home run?
That's it?
That was it. That's how many extra base hits they had in the series. Now, it's not like the Padres are murderers row. They had 3 hits today. San Diego. Machado, Wade, Cronenworth, I think.
Who was real quick, since you mentioned it, who was on the call? Who was on the broadcast yesterday on Fox? Do you know?
I do. It was the Brewers. It is actually, you're going to rip them. I worked with them in minor league baseball. It was.
Was it our guy that we had on?
No, it was not. Jeff Levering.
Okay, because if it was the guy that we had on, I wasn't going to say anything.
No.
But
Josh is good. No, it wasn't. It's Jeff Levering. He was. You could hear it in his voice when Arise hit that double down the left field line. How mad he was, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
tied the score with 2 outs in the ninth inning.
I'll just leave it at it was not pretty. But anyway, I digress.
Well, it's weird how they do it. Like Fox Saturday was a Brewers TV guy. Roku Sunday was Orsillo with the Brewers color guy.
Yeah.
Like the whole situation. That's for another day.
Right.
But anyway, again, one extra base hit in the series for the Brewers at home.
I know.
To your point, who were 9-1 in their previous 10 games, who have a legitimately good lineup, who didn't face Dylan Cease or Nick Pivetta or Yu Darvish or Joe Musgrove or whomever or Michael King. That speaks to the Padres' depth of pitching right now. And Ruben Niebla, like, rain accolades on Ruben. Is there a pitching coach of the month award, the day, the week, the year, the decade? The guy has proven his worth in gold times 10.
Yeah, the guys that are performing right now, Ryan Berger, Stephen Kolek, Randy Vasquez.
Yep.
I mean, they pitched beautifully this series. Just beautifully. It's not pretty offensively at all right now. Like it's just not. But when you're getting the pitching that you're getting, and then you're just getting the timely hits from Manny to make, and they're counting, by the way, like he's making them count. I think I saw the stat from our buddy Kyle Glazer that let me see here. Pull this up. That of the 7 home runs that Manny's hit in his last 16 games since that tweet, 5 of them have come in the 7th inning or later.
Wow. Massive number.
Like before that, his numbers in the 7th inning or later were like not good. They're bad.
Other than that one Pittsburgh home run. That was before the 16-game stretch.
Yep. And we talked about it. And we're like, Manny, like late game situations, like Manny needs to be better. And he's become super clutch over the last 16 games when he comes up late in the game. It just kind of felt like in that at bat today, by the way, there was one pitch. I think it was either the pitch right before the home run or 2 pitches before the home run. I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, this guy better not hang one. Manny was on it. It just felt like that pitcher was perfect for Manny, right? Just the way he was throwing. Like if he hangs one right here, Manny's gonna get a hold of it, and he absolutely did. That thing was freaking blasted,
slaughtered that ball,
nuked it, bro.
The fact that I think they said 425, but when you look at it, you're like, it felt further, like where it hit, like how high up it was.
Dude,
that to me is like that felt like 440 something, right? You see something like
blasted it, dude.
I mean, it was an absolute. Remember a couple of years ago, Jim? He's like, "Where's my power?" He would like go back into the dugout and be like, "I can't find the run he's on now." I wonder how it compares to some of the best of his career. 7 home runs in 16 games, if that's what it is. 7
in 16 games. Yes,
that is unbelievable production. I mean, that's 1/10 of a season, 7 home runs. I mean. Manny's never been a 40 home run guy. What's his career high, Jim, for home runs in a season? Is it 35 or is it 38?
I think it's. Let me check here. His career high for home runs
is more than 35.
37.
37. I mean, I don't know if we'll get there because of a slow start. It's still, I say only, it's still 10, which isn't a massive overall number. But man, 7 in 16 games. You keep this up for another 2 weeks, and you've hit 15 of them. Maybe he can hit mid-30s. I mean, again, the slow start might prevent him from doing that, Jim, but it seems like 30 is going to be a formality with the way he's swinging the bat right now.
We've said this all year, even through Manny's slumps and his offers and everything. Like he's going to get his numbers. Like he's going to find a way.
Yep.
You just want it to happen like now. Like okay, let's do this now, right? And I mean, like listen to his home run totals since 2015. And they're just as consistent as they come. 35, 37, 33, 37, 32. 2020 hit 16, well on his way to 30 plus. 28, 32, 30, 29, and then this year already 10.
Crazy. It's
Yeah.
insane. I mean,
Yeah.
again, it's not necessarily the night to do it. We did the other night. This guy's career is going to go down as one of the best in the history of the game by a third baseman. That's going to be a regular season comment because he's going to have to win in the postseason. But man, his numbers are going to really hold up beautifully.
They will,
especially in modern baseball, post steroid era, where power numbers are down. The numbers even look better. Is my point. Like if this was 1998, he'd be lost in the shuffle with guys like Sosa, Bonds, McGuire. All the power hitters, all those absurd power hitters. But it's a different world, and there's so few of them. There's Judge and Ohtani, and then there's everyone else. And he's right there with everyone else. And he's just a damn good, productive hitter that plays every day, that will hit 500 home runs, and will have 3,000 hits. And that's hard to do. It's hard to do. And he's doing it right in front of our face.
Yeah. He's been great the last 16 games, just phenomenal. What's their record in the last 16?
What is their record? I don't, it's probably not crazy. I think it's good, but it's not unbelievable, right?
Hold on. No, I think it's actually pretty good.
I would say, I'm making this up, I'm going to say you're right. It's probably 10-6.
Yes.
9-7.
Atlanta, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'll say 10-6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 10-6.
That's good. You're right.
10-6 with an offense that, other than him, can't do shit.
I mean, this offense, inevitably, Jim, they'll be better than this. But then again, inevitably, Manny Machado won't hit 7 home runs every 16 games. But inevitably, as I try to do it syllable by syllable, it has to be better than this. I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr. cannot continue to play like this. I've said that for weeks on end. Jackson Merrill hopefully plays like we saw earlier this season, and certainly in 2024. Luis Ariz has gone through it here recently. Look at his numbers. Gavin Sheets obviously has had some huge moments for this team, but doesn't hit for average, right? Gavin Sheets ain't hitting anywhere near 300 for this team this year. And then the bottom of your lineup, you've got a little bit of production here and there. The Wadey's, the Diaz's, the Maldonados, in the oddest of circumstances. You just do. But I'm 100% with you. There is no sustainability of this shit, Jim. You can't score 1 run and win. You can't score 2 runs and win. Like, it's going to catch up to you at some point. I'm sorry, it just will. If that's the way they're playing, they're not going to play at this clip.
That's why there inevitably has to be a move. There has to be a move. Plus the guys that we mentioned have to start playing much better. Because Manny's on a hot stretch right now.
Yep.
And guess what? He's going to cool off. Like, there's going to be parts,
like they all do,
season again, where he's going to go through it. Like, maybe not for long, hopefully, but he's not going to hit 385 for the rest of the year. Maybe, but you get my point. Like, other guys are going to need to step up when Manny goes over, and right now the other guys are not stepping up. The offense, other than Manny Machado right now, has been a really, really hard watch. And thank goodness for the pitching staff. And what they're doing is they are carrying the weight of some of these guys that are just inept at the plate right now on offense. Thank goodness for the pitching staff. They are pulling their weight, absolutely. And there will be another time where, guess what? Ryan Burger's not going to go out there and throw up a bunch of zeros. He's going to go out there and get shelled. Or the bullpen, is going to go out there and they're going to get rocked. Or when, I don't want to say Dylan Cease because he's had a bad season, but like, if Michael King, when he returns, he's not going to go out and throw, 6 shutout every game. Like, you're going to need the offense when the pitching, eventually dips a little bit to step up and pick up the pitching staff. Because right now the pitching staff is picking up everybody on offense except for Manny Machado, which is, that's tough. That's a tough ask to do for a long period of time here.
Yeah, you're making great points. I mean, you win a 1-0 game on the road where the Brewers go 0 for 7 with men in scoring position, had men on the corners in the 5th inning with 1 out. Machado made that brilliant play, as he always does, kind of fielding a ground ball, throwing from foul territory on the run to save a run. They loaded the bases in the 6th inning, didn't score off Matsui. They had 1st and 3rd in the 8th inning, didn't score. They had a runner on the 9th inning, didn't score. I mean, it was base runners aplenty. The final 5 innings, it felt inevitable the Brewers were going to score.
At least they're making it stick, though.
What's that?
said at least they're making it stick. At least they're winning these games with like no offense instead of losing 1-0
You're right.
or losing 2-1. That'd be even worse.
Yeah.
So they're at least
way worse.
Like don't worry, we'll talk about the offense, but it is, much better to have these problems on offense while still winning games.
100%. And like you said, they're 10-6 in their last 16.
Yeah.
Matt, appreciate you, man. If you guys are here, please subscribe. Over 300 of you are here right now. Many more will be here on replay. Thank you for the super chats and these
it's your
super thanks
birthday
as well. I don't know if you realize this, Jim. You did because you sent out a tweet, so thank you. Matt says, happy birthday, John. I'd forgotten. It's my birthday.
John's birthday.
He says, thanks for everything. Let's hope Vic Rodriguez works his magic and fixes the rest of the offense. Yes, I agree. I'll wish for that. I'll blow out the candles to that. I mean, I don't know if that's like my one wish in the world. I'll probably take like world peace and then maybe fix this offense. Those are probably both like in the top 3.
What about cards?
And then maybe land some like 1-of-1 Tatis card. Maybe not Tatis. The way
not Tatis anymore.
Playing.
Maybe some Manny Machado cards.
Maybe 1-of-1 Machado. I'd probably still bet on the long term of Merrill. Yeah, we'll say none of this. I got into some conversation with someone, Jim, about Victor Rodriguez, and I'm like, guys, sorry, but if he got credit in 2024, you can't fire him in 2025. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, the offense isn't as good. Well, guess what? Maybe because the players haven't been as good this year. Maybe the lineup isn't as good as it was last year. Where's Kyle Higashioka? Where's Jurickson Profar? You get the point. Where's the production of Jackson Merrill? You get the point. So, no, Victor Rodriguez, his job is completely safe, and I think it's more on this team to play better offense. They're more than capable of being better than this, Jim, with this lineup.
Victor Rodriguez has already proven that he is a very good hitting coach. Look at the approach of this team over the last year plus compared to they were before. He has proven that his job is pretty safe, but that's normalized. Not anytime the Padres offense goes into a rut to have to like blame the hitting coach every single fucking time. I mean, it's ridiculous around here and with every team, not just here, but in every city. If a team's offense doesn't do well, hitting coach's fault. Dude, the hitting coach is not out there. It's up to Tatis. It's up to Bogarts. It's up to Luis Ariz to go out there and be better. The hitting coach, I mean, for all accounts, he's doing his job. It's then once the player goes to the plate, it's up to the player. Hitting coach can't do anything at the plate. He can't go swing the bat for him. He's giving them all the information that they need, helping them with tweaks, helping them with stuff. And he's proven it with last year. And now this year, it's up to those guys to go out there and get the job done.
By the way, can I read? This is one of the most absurd replies I've ever had in a tweet. Listen to this, Jim. Okay.
Oh, tweet. Okay.
This is one of the most absurd replies, but I have to read it because it's that absurd. So I tweeted this morning, I need a Fernando Tatis Jr. home run today. And of course, he went 0-for-3 with a walk.
Right.
And then I put or tomorrow. But then someone replied to my or tomorrow, like, hey, whatever. He didn't homer. Hopefully homers tomorrow. And by the way, his career numbers in the Dodgers, we should discuss. He's been excellent. Maybe that is something that is beneficial. But the guy replied, the real deal. Dude is cooked. And this is fine. We've seen this before. None of this will surprise you, Jim. But listen to this. Dude is cooked. Baseball just isn't his priority right now. I wish I could do my job as lousy as that fraud. And then he goes on to say, and I'm an air traffic controller. And then I clicked on his bio and he says air traffic controller. So I just let's just hope the air traffic controller continues to do his job, is my point. Even if Tatis doesn't hit, like air traffic controller, you do your air traffic controllers are calling out Fernando Tatis Jr.
Look, we've done our Tatis rant.
We did.
If Tatis goes 0 for tomorrow night against the Dodgers, a tweet will be coming.
Okay, so we're one game away.
We're one game away. A tweet will be coming if tomorrow night he goes 0 for, because historically he's done very well against the Dodgers. So if the rant, not even rant, but just like honest discussion that we had a couple nights ago, mixed with them playing the Dodgers, if that doesn't do the trick right now, like that tweet's coming, and then it's
gonna have to. You got to do it for the team.
And then if he doesn't do anything after that tweet, then there's nothing I could do. I mean, we're not doing an exorcism again. We're not putting a baseball card in salt or rice. We're not burying a baseball card in right field. We're not lighting candles and saying prayers. Like, this will be the last thing that we could do, and then it's up to Tatis. It's up to Tatis.
19 homers in 61 career games against the Dodgers in the regular season. 19. That's a big number. I mean, double that out. It's 38 home runs in 120 games. That's a pace of 45 plus home runs against the Dodgers over 162. No exorcisms. No exorcisms.
I got kind of scared after that. I'm like, dude,
No,
did I curse this house?
Cadejo, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you guys. Please subscribe and thank you for the super chats. Just click that $sign below the chat box. We appreciate you. He says Manny's late close slash line in 2025 through 35 at bats, 314, 375, 886 for 1281 OPS. Call him Captain Clutch. Jim did. I think these last 16 games have been so unbelievably good. He's come through, Jim, in so many clutch situations. It's not just seventh inning or later. It's seventh inning or later, down a run, tied, right? Like that's what's been so amazing. He's come through tied or down a run, seventh inning or later. I bet 4+ times this year. Pittsburgh, today, Atlanta. I mean, it's probably 5+ times. Seventh inning or later, down a run or tied. He's come through with a home run. I mean, that's not easy to do, especially in less than half a season, and that's what he's done.
Yeah, especially the last 16 games.
Yeah,
he's been fantastic. Definitely helping out those numbers right there. But those numbers,
that's all the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and the thing with Manny is, even when he wasn't hitting for power early on and driving up in a bunch of runs early on, he still was getting his hits, and he was getting on base, and he was hitting for average. And it's just carried now to where, like, this guy's a clear-cut all-star right now. I mean, there's no question about it. I'm not going to go as far as to say he's in the MVP conversation.
I don't think he is.
I'm not going to go there, but again, I don't care. Who cares? It's about what he does for the Padres, and what he's doing for the Padres right now is he's helping them win baseball games in a huge way, like in very clutch moments. So, yeah, I mean, we talked about this with Manny too. Like, historically, like his overall career, the last thing for him to prove is that he can perform in the postseason. Everything else, he's proven that he can do it in the regular season. And that's kind of like all he has left to prove to people, is that he can do it in the postseason, because he just, he hasn't yet. But other than that, Miss Link is out to play. So far, he's been great.
Listen to this list, Jim, and then I want to get to Mark Nimitz. Listen to the list of the 8 players in the National League with better OPSs than Machado. So there's only 8. And Machado, again, isn't this crazy pure power hitter, but so he's 9th in the National League in OPS, which is very good, obviously, for a 32-year-old. But again, not like top 3. Listen to the list. Ohtani's number 1. He's clearly the MVP frontrunner.
Yeah.
Freeman is number 2. Pete Alonso's 3. Kyle Schwarber is 4. Will Smith is 5. Corbin Carroll is 6. Tied for 7th, Kyle Tucker with James Wood. James Wood this year has a higher OPS than Manny Machado, which isn't overly surprising. But you look at his year; he's got a 900 OPS. He's hitting 270, and he's hit 16 home runs. He has a 900 OPS. James Wood this year with the Nationals.
Doesn't Manny have a 900 OPS?
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
Manny
897. Sorry,
yeah, he's right there. Yeah, he's right there. He's right there.
Still,
but Ohtani and Freeman are both over 1,000, right? Freeman is over 1,000 right now. He's not a home run hitter. I mean, he is, but he's not a potent home run hitter. HBBBV, thank you for the super. He says, happy birthday, John. Appreciate you. Doyers have Snell bobble while injured. They also have ring night coming up against the Padres, maybe. They've got a couple of World Series related promotions, I think.
Was it
like
next week?
Series against the Padres in June.
Yeah.
Trying to rub it in.
Ooh, man. Really
Snell's always injured. So all of his bobbleheads are when he's injured.
Yeah, just have the bobblehead have a removable arm.
Yeah, exactly. Have it on the IL. Thank you, HBBV. All right, we're going to get back to the conversation. We do want to thank our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, huge supporter of the channel, San Diegan, lifelong Padres fan. We had someone the other day, I think Friday night, in the with the super chat say, "Hey, I just got a policy with Mark," and he let us know with the super chat. So we appreciate that. Trust us, he's a great insurance agent. How do we know that? We've done business with him for years. I've got a homeowners and an earthquake and life insurance policy through Mark, and you can as well. He does auto, he does condo, he does renters, he does life, he does business, he does everything. So if you have any insurance needs, let Mark hook you up. Before you renew with your current insurance provider, get in contact with Mark. He's going to save you money. And then when you need him, he's going to be there for you. Like if you have to file a claim, like I did back in 2022, when he saved us so much money and so much time. So he's a diehard Padres fan. He's a native San Diegan. He's been on the channel as our title sponsor for 4 years, since day one. So if you support the channel, please support Mark. Click the link in the description down below. Get free quotes online. Call Mark. He'll talk to you about the Padres, and he'll give you free quotes as well. And thank you, Mark, and thank you to our viewers for your support of Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
All his information, ticker below, mnimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
All right, so again, Padres 1-0 over the Brewers after a back-and-forth Saturday that saw them lose on a walk-off home run. Today's game, neither team had a hit through 4 innings. The Padres' first hit was when? I'm trying to remember. Their first hit was it in the 5th or was it in the? It was actually Tyler Wade in the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
So their first hit wasn't until the 6th inning, but again, they had the only big hit of the game, despite the fact that the Brewers put so much pressure on. We could have the Jason Adam conversation on whether it's over usage. I didn't think he was awful yesterday. It's not like he got hit hard, but he's getting hit a little bit, and his command hasn't been as good. They've thrown him too much. I've said that a lot this year. I still believe that to be true. He's nowhere near as crisp as he probably should be. I don't know how many times he's appeared this year, but it's a lot.
33.
30. Okay, and what's the record, Jim?
What do you mean?
Like the Padres, I just want to see what has he pitched in more than half their games?
The record is 37 and 27.
So that's 60. He's appeared in 33 of 64. 33 of 66 would be half. He's appearing in more than half their games. That's not sustainable. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see how he appears in 85 games this year. I don't think he should appear in 70 games this year, and maybe he will based on this pace.
Well, if you look at his last 3 years, 2022, 67 games, he had a 1.56 ERA. 2023, 56 games, a 2.98 ERA. Last year, 74 games, 1.95 ERA.
Wow.
This year, 33 already. So this is not something that I'm too concerned about with yet. If he's between 68 and 73, I think that is maybe too high, but I think they have a number in mind.
Yeah, probably.
And that number is probably mid-60s.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And I think, well, it's up to the offense. I mean, the reason why he's pitching so much is because they're playing so many freaking close games.
Every game is decided by 2 runs or less, right, guy? I mean, you did it. The last time they were in a laugher was the 21-0 game. That was forever ago.
How long ago was that? It was almost a month ago, it feels like.
Is it more than a month? Or what was it, May 10th?
I think it's a month on Tuesday.
That's crazy. That's the last time they were in a laugh or win.
Yeah. So they need to, and again, it's not going to be easy because now you're playing the Dodgers, but like, can you have a 5-1 win where it's, or can you just have like a game where it's not just as stressful as it's been the last however many weeks?
Yeah.
When you're winning these games. And I mean, I do think this inevitably helps you as a baseball club when you play so many close games, right? Because if you get in the postseason, every game's going to be stressful. Every game's going to be close. Like, it's just, that's how postseason baseball is most of the time, right? So don't get me wrong. I would love if this team would blow teams out all the time. That'd be great. But then you're not conditioned and ready for close game situations like you are now. So I do think that if you want to spin this a positive way, the positive way is that they are, figuring ways out to win in close game situations and playing a bunch of close games and winning them. And that's going to inevitably help you down the stretch and in the postseason. So you're ready for it.
It's amazing how they hold these leads by and large. They haven't been perfect, no team is. And they had that blip, that 10-day blip where their bullpen was awful. The 10 runs allowed in one inning at Yankee Stadium, part of that.
Yeah.
But man, if they responded. I mean, it's just you can't have enough arms back there either. You talk about something that they're going to add to, I would think, in July. Just go add a high-level reliever. Just do it. Just go add another to the group because why not is what I would say there. The left field thing is a no-brainer. At this point, the question is how long do they wait? And again, I think the more they win, the more you can kind of wait it off. The more they don't win, maybe that changes the conversation a little bit for AJ Preller. But left field's an absolute no-brainer. I think starting pitching's a no-brainer. I mean, nobody knows what's going on with Michael King or Yu Darvish, and it's okay because they're winning right now. But you can't go into a postseason series, Jim, feeling good about your chances if this was your postseason rotation. And thankfully, this probably won't be their postseason rotation, but this isn't enough to win a World Series with. Everyone would agree with that in June. So they got to get healthier. Or they got to make some acquisitions that allow them to potentially contend if they get in.
So we all know the needs for this team. It's left field, starting pitching, and I think that they can live with what they have at catcher, even though I think they can upgrade there. But anyway, left field and pitching is definitely two things that AJ Preller will 100% address. Mark my words. That's going to happen. And this happened last year too, where we asked this question. Would you go out and want AJ Preller to trade for a starting pitcher, which they needed last year too? Or would you want him to go out and trade for just like some fucking dominant relievers? And he got two dominant relievers. And I think that was the way to go. I do think, if you ask, hey, would you rather you can trade for this guy who's like a 3-4, like he's a 4 but 3 at best, or would you trade for this back end bullpen piece like Jason Adam and Tanner Scott like you did last year? I think I might go like dominant bullpen arms.
I get it. I agree. I'm not going to fault that. I agree. Although that game 4 starting pitching thing got quirky against the Dodgers. But again, they needed to score. That wasn't on the starter, wasn't on the reliever.
And they didn't know Joe was going to They didn't know Joe was going to end up having to get Tommy John.
You're right.
They had the starters. They just, one of them got hurt and his arm blew out.
Yep. No, you're right. I agree with that. I mean, the crazy thing is, I think it's finally now the time to go back to Padres Dodgers. One game separates them. First time we've seen them since that cruel Game 5 at Dodger Stadium. It's been 8 months. I mean, they haven't played. It was October. So you could have a kid in that amount of time. It's 8-9 months since we've seen these. It's been forever since we've seen the Padres and the Dodgers. And the last time we saw them was this epic series with the sinister sling and crazy offense early in the series from Padres, only to see the 24 scoreless innings. I mean, it's finally here. Now, this isn't gonna make amends, right? You can't go win 2 out of 3 and be like, well, we made amends. But it starts now. The 13-game regular season against the Dodgers. This is the best current rivalry in the sport, in my opinion. This is the best series in the sport, Padres-Dodgers, for my money right now. We're biased, but I think it's a very good series in today's baseball. You got 2 teams separated by a game. We're nearing the halfway point of the season. They have history in 3 of the last 5 postseasons. They're separated by LA and San Diego. Nobody likes the other side. There's a lot of familiarity, coaching staffs and players. There's not tons of turnover. And here it is.
And I know that I've said that the standings right now don't really like mean much to me since there's so much time left in the season. Mm-hmm. But it is cool that you go into this series with a chance, if you win it, to come out on the other side tied for first place. If you ended up sweeping, you'd end up you'd be in first place in the division
by 2 games.
You take the series here, you guys are tied at the top of the division. You lose the series, then you're 2 games back. But I think that's pretty cool that this series matters and that it's as close as that is. It's not like the Dodgers are on some crazy historic pace. And really, I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. I'll say that. I don't know if the Dodgers are going to get to that historic pace like at all because of the amount of injuries they have to their pitching staff and the fact that their organization is awful when it comes to keeping pitchers healthy. And yes, Ohtani might return. He will return. Doesn't look good for Tyler Glasnow. Who the hell knows with Blake Snell? Kershaw's freaking, I mean, dude's more than washed. And I think this could, if the Padres hold their own, I mean, and the Giants are there too, but you're looking at like a race down the finish potentially for the division. Like, that's pretty cool.
It is. I mean, to your point, you bring up a really good point. And like you said, I mean, you can't guarantee that the Dodgers won't have one of those stretches, but their starting pitching might prevent that from being as realistic as maybe people thought heading into the year. I mean, their winning percentage, Jim, is under 600. I mean, we're talking about a team with a historic payroll and arguably, a historic roster. But let me do the math on it. They're pacing to win 96 games.
Yeah,
I mean,
Padres are pacing
crazy.
like 93, 94.
Yeah, Padres are pacing for like 94 wins. So, yeah. I mean, they're right there with each other, and all that can change in 3 days. By the way, the 7 games in 10 days have a chance to change everything. I mean, if one of these teams plays really well against the other, 5-2, you're really swinging things. Dodgers go 5-2 here; they're 4 games up. Padres go 5-2 here; they're a couple of games up. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. Maybe it's 4-3, but there's a decent chance there's a 5-2 in there because 4-3 is as close as it can be, which means any variation from there, you could have a 5-2 potentially in there. So I think anything's possible. I like the Padres' chances, and I say that knowing what I've seen from this offense, but I know that the Dodgers have sputtered along here. I know that the Padres will be as up as the Dodgers, if not more so, because, I mean, it's the Padres against the Dodgers. So you're going to be up for the series coming up. The fan base is going to be incredible. I mean, the atmosphere is going to be ridiculous the next 3 days at Petco Park. And you got Pivetta, you got Cease in there, right? You got Pivetta and Cease pitching over the next couple of days, whatever that order is. I think it's Pivetta then Cease, right?
I think it's Cease Pivetta.
Why do I always get that confused right now? Is that what it is? Cease first?
No, you're right. It's Pivetta first. Pivetta May tomorrow night. That's going to be a good one.
That's good. And then I want to say the Dodgers have TBD on Saturday, or excuse me, on Tuesday.
Cease on Tuesday, and then that would mean am I blanking? Stephen Kolek on Wednesday. No, Randy Vasquez on Wednesday.
Vasquez. This is a good comment. Oh, I'm sorry. This comment. Ohtani 2 up in 1,226 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good one. That's a very good one. But yeah, these next 7 games aren't going to, again, level-headed, Jim, make or break your season. Now,
probably not.
You go 0-7 in these next 7 games, maybe.
Yeah, or 1-6 or worse, you'd be in trouble. That would not be a good look.
That would be bad. But you hold your own and you play good baseball, and these next 10 games, dude. I know that Arizona's without Corbin Burns now, and they're dealing with it, but they still got a good offense, and playing in Arizona is always difficult. So it's like you got to stretch here in your next 10 games. If you come out of these next 10 games 6-4, I think everybody would take that, right? Now, again, depending on how you got to 6, like if you swept the Diamondbacks and then took only 2 from the Dodgers, or no, 6-4. No, yes, that means they'd play good against the Dodgers. You're right, Jim. So 6-4 in the next 10, dude, I would sign up for that in a freaking second.
Well, let's do that. Okay, so that means they're 4-3. Remember, we talked about the 17 games. Like, hey, can they, just stay above water? Can they go 8-9, 9-8? Well, they're 4-3. So if they go 6-4, they're 10-7 in those 17 games. That is a best case scenario. I mean, or a really good scenario. If over the 17 games, without really any off days and dealing with the pitching injuries, you go 10-7, 7 games against the Dodgers. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. But the thing is you're now facing a team that, their pitching is down, but their offense is elite. Like their offense is beyond elite with Ohtani and Freeman and Smith and Teoscar Hernandez and Mookie Betts, even though he's having a down year right now a little bit. Your offense better come to play in this 3-game series against the Dodgers, because if they look anything like they have for the last couple of weeks here, truthfully, the last month, after the 21-0 game, that's gonna be a problem.
Oh, 100%.
Offense got to show up, man.
Yeah, the Dodgers are not going to go through. The Dodgers are not going to score like the Brewers just scored these past 3 games at home. Like, how many runs did the Brewers score these past 3 games? 3?
3 or
4?
something.
So that's not happening. All right, there's no way in this 3-game series the Dodgers combine to score like 3 runs. I mean, they're gonna score a little bit, I'm sure, which means hopefully the Padres offense
now
shows up.
I think, and again, I don't like watch Dodger baseball on a religious basis.
You're missing out.
Oh, am I? Yeah, they won 7-3 today over the Cardinals. Let me just look at right they've done here. All right, so let's look at what they've done over the last week. So here,
they haven't played that well.
They had an 18-2 win against the Yankees at home.
Yeah, but did they lose that series?
They did. Then they won that series.
Okay.
It was the Mets. The Mets series, they split. St. Louis, they just went to St. Louis. They got shut out on Friday night. They scored 1 run on Saturday.
Wow.
And then today they scored 7 runs. They won 7-3. They're fine. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 7 and 6 over the last 13. So they're kind of just like blah, but still they're putting up some numbers on offense. Like if I look at their lineup today here, John, they got, Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Hernandez, Muncy, Will Smith.
Yep. Legitimate.
The top of your lineup.
It doesn't mean you're going to score 10 runs every game, but it's legitimate.
Ohtani's got a 1,021 OPS.
Ridiculous.
Betts is having a down year, but guess what? He still has a 782 OPS and 274. Freddie Freeman's in 345 with a 1,000 OPS. Teoscar Hernandez has 10 home runs and 43 RBIs on the year. Muncy's Muncy. There's always just annoying as hell always. And then Will Smith, 322 with a 919 OPS. If it wasn't for Cal Raleigh, he'd be the best hitting catcher in the bigs.
Oh, 100%. I mean, yeah. Will Smith has had a huge year. Cal Raleigh's had a huge year. But Will Smith, I was just looking at those top 10 NL OPSs. He's right there. Top 5.
Yep.
Their lineup's legit. But then again, the Padres have good pitching, so hopefully can counter it to some extent. The Pavettas and Ceases got to step up. We'll see about Randy Vasquez. I don't love that matchup.
I don't either.
with 3 or 4 walks and 3 or 4 innings and his lack of velocity, but we're counting on Nick Pivetta and Dylan Cease to hopefully give the Padres some quality. Because Cease was not good last year against the Dodgers. Let's be honest. In the postseason, he was not good against the Dodgers, including at Petco Park in Game 4 when he was flat out awful. I do want to. Yeah,
I was going to say, did you see what Ha-Seong Kim, don't call me Ha-Seong Kim, is doing this year with the Dodgers?
I have no idea. The way you say that, I'd say he's been awful.
Try amazing.
What are his numbers?
He's hitting .414 with 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, and a 1,029 OPS. And
how many at bats?
58 at bats.
58 freaking at bats. That's less than 1 per game.
Okay, but still, guy's a rookie, and good sample.
Bro, 58 at bats.
Would you rather have? If you're a Dodger fan, would you rather have it? Yeah, you take it.
But I'm saying, how many at bats does tell me how many at bats Tyler Wade has?
Tyler fucking Wade.
I'm saying probably similar, right?
Well, Tyler Wade's nowhere near doing that for Ha-Seong.
I know, but I'm saying Tyler Wade's played way more than our boy Ha-Seong Kim.
81.
Tyler Wade, a larger sample size. I don't know if this is going to be our next 400 hitter.
Tyler Wade, I know he's not. I'm just saying he's done well in his small sample size. Tyler Wade wishes that he could actually one day hit a baseball that goes over the fence.
Over the first baseman or whatever. Yes. Yeah.
Again, Tyler Wade's a million times better baseball player than I'd ever be. But again, he's kind of a net negative with any like. You got a hit today, but then you got caught out and thrown out at third base.
Third, yeah, and then they challenged it, even though he was out like 3 times.
Right.
Sunriser, I pulled this up because you're a generous supporter of this channel. But let's keep it to baseball. Okay, we're going to keep this to baseball over the next couple of days. Hopefully, everything goes smoothly at Petco Park. Over the next few days. But appreciate your support, your longtime support of the channel. Seriously do. Appreciate you guys. If you are here, please subscribe. If you're here, thank you for the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box. I don't disagree with this point from Ballpark Pretzel that says Petco better have top flight security this week. I mean, just in general, yes. I mean, we saw what happened with SDFC a couple of weeks ago with the San Diego LA dynamic. We get it. It's Dodgers Padres. It's very bitter. It absolutely is. Passionate fan bases. That is completely truthful and fair. You'll have Dodger fans, you'll have Padres fans, and there's a lot on the line for June. There's high stakes for June, so I would agree with that. Everyone going down, be safe, have fun, but be safe first and foremost.
Yeah.
All right, maybe you're going down there tomorrow, and if you are, make sure to take advantage of this incredible offer from our friends over at SeatGeek. That would be $20 off your order with promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. $20 off your tickets at SeatGeek. Your first order of $50 or more. We've come through for you guys. The $20 off your first purchase with promo code PADSWRAP. Just click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account. You can use it later. We do want to thank our friends over at SeatGeek. And listen to this tomorrow. I'm searching by price. You can get in 300 level, $95, including fees, then take $20 off your order. So this would be a $190 order with fees. Take $20 off. You're getting in for $170. That's 2 tickets to see Padres Dodgers on a Monday night downtown. It's going to be an amazing atmosphere. You can get in, again, under $100 a ticket. You can take $20 off with promo code PADSWRAP.
Yeah, with SeatGeek, it is MLB's official ticket marketplace. Your tickets, they're fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account when you purchase them. SeatGeek, they always have your back. Each ticket, it's rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're going to get a good deal. So just make sure to look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Use our promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek of your first purchase of $50 or more, and go watch the Padres and Dodgers play this week.
All right, so John and Jim with you again. Subscribe if you're here. Year-round content for Padres fans, and smash the like button. Follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the supers. Click the $ below the chat box. So Fernando Tatis Jr., Jim, finally got the day off. It was his first true off day. The other off day was because of a shoulder in Sacramento. They finally just said he's going to sit. Not only did he sit, they didn't pinch hit with him representing the tying run in the 9th inning. They pinch hit with Tyler Wade, who actually legged out a fielder's choice to extend the inning. They would later score 2 runs in, believe it or not. But, I mean, A, was it surprising that Toddy finally got a day off? And B, was it surprising he got a true day off where they wouldn't even consider using him late in a situation like that where he was representing the tying run in the 9th inning?
I'm not surprised at all that he got a day off. And I'm not surprised he didn't get a pinch hit in last night's game. I mean, we say this all the time. Sometimes you got to lose a battle to win a war. And to put Tatis in that situation, off the bench, ice cold, another opportunity that if he failed would have been, another opportunity I failed at, right? Like, like literally turn your brain off for 24 hours and reset. Like, I don't care, and I don't think Tatis was going to hit a home run if he pinch hit yesterday. I mean, he can't hit a home run if life's dependent on it right now. But I do like the fact that they just said, turn your brain off for 24 hours and we'll get back at this on Sunday. Like, don't worry about go do something tonight, go have a nice dinner, whatever. Go, like, just shut your brain off. Like, don't think about baseball. Like, yes, we'll see you at the ballpark tomorrow. You go through drills, batting practice, blah, blah. But other than that, like, shut your brain off. We're not going to even pinch hit you. We just want you to have a full day, and then we'll get back at it on Sunday. I had no problem with it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. I was hoping for maybe better results here today. Freddie Peralta was good. He walked, in his first split appearance. They didn't cash in on that. He then was 0 for 3. I mean, you look at the numbers are just, I mean, just a tailspin, right? I mean, look at the direction that he's been heading in. We've done it. You know, the last 33 games have been awful. His OPS now is well under 800, or at least under 800. His batting average, I think, is under 260. So come on, like, not now or never on Tatis. Obviously, there's no such thing as now or never on Tatis, but please now, when he is truly needed, especially in a series like this against the Dodgers, where he's such a spark plug, Jim, where he can create so much energy. That one swing can change a lot for the dynamic of a series. You lead off a game potentially by homering in the bottom of the first inning. Something like that could be pretty significant in a game like this or in a series like this coming up against the Dodgers. Just, again, I know we've harped on it a lot, but just, are we asking for that much? Just go look like yourself for a day, please. I don't feel like we're asking for too much.
I mean,
Maybe.
we're asking him to do his job. Like, do what you get paid to do, which is go out there and produce and help the team win. And like, it's there, it's in you. You did it at the start of the season. The start of the season, you were one of the best players in the sport, and now you're a shell of yourself. It's like complete night and day. And so,
Crazy.
again, like I said, if us having that conversation a couple nights ago, mixed in with an off day, mixed in with, playing the Dodgers, if that, and then potentially, like, I tweet about it, if those things don't end up turning this thing around for Tatis, then I don't know what will.
It's a great point.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be your tweet.
I mean, you just gotta, it's what they're going to do. They're not going to sit him.
No,
like, they're going to play him.
Sit him for what? They don't even have 3 outfielders as it is.
Yeah, he's just going to have to go through it, like shoot or shoot, right? Like, he's just going to have to figure out a way to get out of this, because they're not dropping him in the lineup to pass. I mean, they're not going to put him like 7th in the lineup. No, he's going to be hitting where he's at, and it's up to Tatis to get out of this funk that he's been in for the last month and a half. And, I mean, it's just it's frustrating as hell to watch. It's very frustrating, because that when he's on, he's one of the best players in the sport, and he's so electric. But when he's off, man, you can just tell. You just have to watch one game and watch his body language and how his approach to the plate is, and oh, this guy's off. But when he's on, you also know, because of his approach at the plate and his enthusiasm and his attitude and all that stuff, you'll know when he's on, because he wears it on his sleeve. And that right now is something that he's having to figure out how to control and deal with. And at this point in time, he's not doing a good job of controlling it and dealing with it.
Yeah, you're spot on. You're spot on. What happened to the Padres on the tarmac, by the way? Weren't they waiting on a flat tire for their charter this afternoon? Did you see that from Padres blogger? I think it was actually from Ruben Niebla.
It was from Ruben Niebla, yeah.
Yeah, from Ruben. But hopefully the Padres have made it back to San Diego for this upcoming 3-game series against the Dodgers. Guys, Mova Globes, great gift idea. Great gift idea for the baseball fan in your life. Dodgers are here this week. This is the perfect gift idea for the baseball fan in your life. Great, great gift idea. This company is based in San Diego. This technology was invented here in North County. They spin automatically these globes with artificial or natural light. There are no cords or wires or batteries. Terrific products. All 30 teams officially licensed. So no matter what your fandom is, they have you covered. And make sure to use promo code PWS10 and get 10% off. Click that link in the description down below. The promo code is PWS10. That stands for Padres Wrap-Up Show. PWS10. Click the link in the description down below. Check out all their amazing products, including these MLB licensed Mova Globes, including the Padres.
Pick up a Mova Globe today. Use our promo code PWS10. And even if you're not a fan of the Padres and you're watching us, they have all 32 baseball teams. So
all 32. That's right. They have the new teams that they haven't added yet.
All 30. Sorry, all 30.
Okay,
30.
Quick. Here, I'm going to do trivia. How many teams in the NFL?
32.
Yeah, 8 times 4, because there's 8 divisions.
That's
how many teams in Major League Baseball?
30.
How many teams in the NBA?
30.
I think it's correct. How many in the NHL? Anyone know? I'm going to say 31. Let me look it up.
I'm going to say 30. I'll say 30. I'll say 30.
32. How many teams in MLS?
28.
San Diego is the 30th franchise.
Oh, 30th.
30.
I don't know. Yeah, again, as T. Kelly says, who cares?
I care. I care a lot. I care a lot. I'm kidding. I don't really care. What else? No, there are no real updates this weekend, right? On any health-related issue with the Padres?
No.
From Friday to Sunday? Nothing really, right?
Not that I saw. And we'll probably get more tomorrow because that's when all the media will be back to cover this team, and it's Dodgers, Padres. So, the scrums will be bigger than normal. But yeah, it's just a wait and see on King, wait and see on Darvish. Nothing new there. Like,
you don't think they race out of the dugout and onto the mound?
But it does put. I mean, it does put a little more pressure on guys like Nick Pivetta and especially Dylan Cease to go out there and perform. Like I'm already worried about Tuesday. Like, are we going to have another conversation about Dylan Cease? Like, he hasn't put up one scoreless outing this year at all. Oh, not one. And he needs to pick it up. He's had a really bad year for his standards. Like, now's the time. Your next two outings, because you're going to face the Dodgers your next two outings, which is how it matches up. Go out there. I think it's how it matches up, right? Tuesday. Oh, maybe Sunday doesn't. So, yeah, he wouldn't face the Dodgers twice. He faced them once, and then he faces Arizona on Sunday. But still, you're facing two good offenses. Go out there and pitch well, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man. It's going to be really frustrating to watch Dylan Cease in the next couple starts here if he doesn't pitch well.
Yeah, I'm not terribly confident. He's going to have to go prove people wrong.
Yep.
Is what I would say. And this is not easy, obviously. This is a real test against that lineup. So, I don't think I'm not, obviously we're not asking for a scoreless outing. I would take 6 innings, 2 runs right now. I think that gives you a chance to win. A very good chance to win, hopefully, against the Dodgers. So, but again, that's probably asking for a lot too, to go 6+ innings, allow 2 or fewer runs against the Dodgers. But we'll see. We'll see if he can do that. You want to hear something? This was the first 1-0 win with a home run since April 19th, 2023, when they beat Atlanta 1-0 on a Juan Soto home run. The last time they won a road game 1-0 on a home run, August 27, 2016, Ryan Schimpf.
Oh, my boy, Ryan Schimpf.
In Miami, August 27, 2016. That's the last time the Padres won a road game 1-0 with a home run.
That's in Kevin's article.
It's at MLB.com. For whatever reason, I can't get into the UT right now.
Wow, that brings you back.
That brings you back to a different era of a lot of ineptitude.
A lot's a kind word. It's more than that. Whatever's more than a lot. More than a lot.
Tons of unlimited ineptitude. It was mid-2010s.
Oh,
actually, maybe it's just the 2010s. Truthfully,
dude, so much happening during that time.
Schimpf.
Yeah, I know.
2016.
I was like, dude, Ryan Schimpf's awesome. I think now he's selling insurance somewhere.
Well, hopefully not as well as Mark Nimitz is.
Right. Hopefully they're not competing with each other.
Okay. Well, remember last time we talked about Underdog and Jim cost me $75?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I need to make another play, and I might do it with the Dodgers going to be here this week. What are these 3 errors? Anyway, Underdog Fantasy, use promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. You're going to get a 50% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a free gimme pick. What does a gimme pick look like? It's higher than a half total plate appearance for Fernando Tatis Jr. or higher than a half total point in Game 3 for Tyrese Halliburton. So couldn't be simpler. What's that?
Continue.
Hallie? Here's the deal. Okay. So for Game 3, we can play Hallie over 17.5, although he's been a non-factor offensively. In terms of scoring, isn't that big scoring games as of yet? Shay, are you really scoring 35 points at Indiana? Probably.
Here's what's going to happen in this finals. One of the next 2 games, the Thunder will get blown out.
They're
going back to OKC 2-2 at the. I think that's going back 2-2 for Game 5. I think it's going to just alternate.
Wait, what the hell is this? Ohtani hitting a home run is only worth times 1.41, and him not hitting a home run is basically like they're saying like it's Anyway, it couldn't be simpler. Couldn't be. I'm taking Toddy tomorrow. He has to homer. Has to homer. Those 4 things happen, and $10 pays actually $179.80. But let's add in more. Pavetta higher than 5.5 strikeouts, and you know what? Machado homers as well. Boom. Those things happen. $10 pays $1,167. You can flex it, which means you don't have to get them all right and still win $833. So it couldn't be simpler, couldn't be easier. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Take advantage of the 50% deposit match up to $1,000 and the free gimme pick with our friends at Underdog.
Scan the QR code right there. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use our promo code PODSWRAP when you start playing. But you have to download the Underdog Fantasy app first and then use our promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP.
Thank you, JD Gatcher, for the super. He says Kershaw is 17 strikeouts away from 3,000. Does he get it?
I think so, yes. I think so.
I mean, how could he not get it, right? Is he ever going to pitch again? Is that what we're asking?
Did you see this today from...
Got 8 strikeouts this year, so yes.
There was a tweet out there, a report that apparently the Cardinals kept showing Matt Adams' home run off Clayton Kershaw in the postseason multiple times today.
Oh my gosh.
Kershaw called it a little bush league while speaking to reporters, said, quote, "But I don't expect anything less from these guys, so it's no worries." Wow. Kershaw added. Man,
everywhere he goes, they show home runs.
Well, yeah, because he's had an awful postseason career.
I know. And I mean, dude, he just doesn't pitch anymore. He's been so injured.
Clayton, shut the fuck up. I will always stand behind that Kershaw meme thing was totally fine. And these guys are just fucking a bunch of sensitive millionaires. Like, give me a break. All right. It's for the fans. All right. It's to hype up the fans. This is not at you. Okay. I don't know, man.
No, the meme wasn't about Kershaw for me. It was just about Juju.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's just the baseball gods.
I know.
But and your point's valid.
Yeah. Just stop. It's so sensitive.
Do you think they'll do a Kershaw meme if they win on Monday? No. It was 2 years ago. There's no chance of no. Jaraco, thank you for the super. He says, whenever Tatis and Merrill are on point, the Padres are practically invincible. What do you guys think those two need to do to get out of their slump?
How did you spell Merrill?
Yeah, like which Merrill is that?
Who's that?
That's the new prospect. What they need to do to get out of their slump is when the ball is pitched to them, they need to swing the bat and they need to hit it with a velocity that is significant and with a launch angle that is better than what they've been launching the ball at. I mean, they both are fully capable of producing. We have seen it. It is in them. I think it's between the ears. Definitely with Tatis, and I think to some extent with Merrill, who's swinging and missing a ton right now. They're probably just like, it's probably weighing on them so significantly. Like, you got to loosen up a little bit. Like, you can't have the weight of your world in every single plate appearance in June. That's not going to work out well. But I mean, Merrill's a young player. Tatis isn't. No, if we knew what it would take to get them out of this, then we'd be Victor Rodriguez or Mike Schilt or AJ Preller. You know, I mean, I'm sure they've tried a lot. So now it's on these players to produce.
Yeah, there's a pitcher on the mound and he has this like round thing. It's called a baseball, and so then
it's like identical to this.
Yeah, and then what happens is like they throw the baseball over this thing called a plate, and they have to throw it inside of a zone, which is called the strike zone, and then the hitter has to somehow hit that ball that the pitcher throws with their wooden bat, and then the ball has to either go over this like fence out there, which would then be considered what's called a home run, or hit a ball in the air and have it drop and hit the ground before one of the 8 players or one of the 7 position players, including an 8 with pitcher, could catch the ball. And if that happens, then they get on this thing called the base.
Wait a second. Is that correct?
I made it sound way more complicated than it needed to sound.
You made it sound impossible. Do you have to hit it over a fence in front of home plate, or can you hit it over a fence behind home plate?
Well, there's these things that are called foul lines. And so the ball has to like go over the fence inside these foul lines. Yeah. So if the ball goes,
so it's not like cricket.
No. So if the ball goes past this thing called the foul line and then like into the stand somewhere, that's a foul ball. But if the ball goes over the fence inside the foul lines, then you get 1 point on the board.
I don't think it's called a point. I think it's called a tally.
Okay. A tally.
Rocco,
tally.
We're kidding. We appreciate your support of the channel. We wish we knew, man.
I don't know.
I mean, Victor might have the answer. I mean, maybe it's a freaking night out.
Maybe.
You know? I mean, maybe it's a night out.
I'm sure they've tried that, guys.
I think they've tried it.
I think they've gone out a couple times.
I mean, I hope so, honestly. I hope so. Gosh, if you're a bar in San Diego, give them like a free couple of drinks the next time you see them out, because they could use them, truthfully.
This is a legitimate question. Why the hell is Luis Campusano on this team if he's getting no playing time?
Here's the thing. I would say that a hot town lava. No one cares. You know, I mean, he's the 26th man of the roster.
Winning. If they're winning, I get it. If they're winning,
they don't have Leo DeVries in AAA hitting 411. Like they, you know, who are you? I know they have better options. I know there's guys in AA that are hitting. I know there's guys in AAA. But Luis Campusano was hitting like 700. Not really, but he was hitting in AAA.
He's the best AAA hitter like of all time.
Yeah, he's a quad A player. It's not like there's this player out there that's like you're the next Juan Soto that's sitting in your system. And if that player exists, it's probably Leo DeVries. He's not coming up tomorrow because he's like 18. So I think it's because you always have to have a last player on your team. That's what I would say. Now, could they use some offense and production from their bench or from role players? Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. And I'm sure they're thinking about it. Campy is not guaranteed a job here, Jim, the rest of the year. You know, he's guaranteed a job here for the next 24 hours, maybe.
Yeah, I think that he just needs to get a new, team, new scenery, new team, new organization. It's just not going to work here. It's just never going to work here. He's never going to become this team's full-time catcher. He's never going to get consistent at bats. And if he ever does get consistent at bats, they're not going to give him time to like figure things out. He's going to have to like hit like right away, and that's just not going to happen. So I think that they just need to get rid of him.
Like T. Kelly here says, Schulte does questionable things with the lineup. I don't know if he's talking about like who is starting, but I don't think there's really anything questionable with the lineup. I just think the lineup hasn't produced. I mean, that's like, it's hard to question. The top four is the top four. Sheets is hit. You got Bogarts and Cronenworth in there. I mean, there's not a lot to really discuss at the lineup, I don't think. There's not a lot of tinkering you're going to do with it, right, Jim? I mean, they don't have the players to go tinkering in a major way. They have a backup catcher. They flip-flop there. And that's basically the extent of it, right? And left field. They got catcher and left field that they maneuver around. Other than that, you got 6 or 7 guys that play every single day.
Yeah, Schulte's not a tinkerer. He's I believe in you 100%, even if you're 0 for your last 50. Like he's just going to, and the team is just going to throw out the lineup that they have. And it's up to the guy. You're right. It's up to the guys just to hit. Like Bogarts is, man, does he stink?
What's he hitting now? What are his numbers right now as we sit here?
Right now, on June 8th, he's hitting 236 with, hold on, let me pull up these numbers here. So he's hitting 236 with a 321 on base, 324 slug, 645 OPS. He has 3 home runs, 10 doubles, and 21 RBIs in 63 games played.
How does he have 3 home runs? Like what?
He has no power.
I know how. I mean, they've played what 60? What did we say? 64 games.
He's played 63 of them.
Like, gosh, we definitely need to do this, Chris.
It's not slander. It's not like
it's true. What's slander about hitting 236? That's what he's hitting.
It's like a discussion about Xander Bogaerts and how he has literally fallen off a cliff the last couple years compared to his Boston years. It is insane to look at his Boston years and then look here. I'm like, the guy in 2022 had an 833 OPS, and just 3 years later, his OPS is 645. Like,
it's
what?
Insane.
And he's not 40. He's like 32, 31, right? How old is he?
32, 31. I would say 32. Yeah.
You nosedived at 32?
No, he nosedived at 30.
That's again. Yeah. You nosedived at 30.
But John, he had a good 2023. No, he didn't. I watched it. It was all fake. There were 15 games under 500 he hit in September.
But you know what? They won today, so that's all that matters. And thankfully they did. So, and they won the series, and they had a 4-3 road trip, and Xander did nothing.
Oh, then does the parade go left down market or right? I'm just kidding.
Well, it would go right. Left, you're going towards like El Cajon.
Guys, can you promise us something? Please, we're doing way too many of these shows for you not to have subscribed. So please subscribe. Be with us all day tomorrow. 2 p.m. on San Diego Sports 760, iHeartRadio app, and John and Jim on YouTube. We will get you ready. All right. Kevin will join us. Kevin Ace here, Padres Insider. We'll have multiple Major League Baseball guests for you to get you ready for Padres and Dodgers. We will cover this series extensively. I promise you that, from 2 to 6 tomorrow. And then we'll do it again tomorrow night right here on the wrap-up show. So please subscribe to this channel. Please like these videos. All right. We're not asking for much. Please like these videos. Follow us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell SD. Support this channel if you're here on replay. Thank you for the super thanks. We appreciate your support of this channel, and support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, our friends over at Hamul Casino, Mova Globes, SeatGeek if you're going tomorrow, and Underdog Fantasy as well. Thank you. Exactly. We're not asking for much. Subscribe from your burners. That's exactly right.
We're less than 1,500 subs away from 10K.
What happens first? We get to 10K or the sun explodes?
Or Xander hits another home run?
Now that is a question. Do we get to 10K subscribers first, or does Xander hit 10 home runs in a season?
That's a great question.
I would agree with this. I would agree with this, Ballpark Pretzel. I would agree with that.
I would agree with that too. But again, not a high priority.
Yeah. Is it true that you jinx Xander from day one?
Yeah. I ruined Xander Bogaerts.
No, I don't think that helps.
It doesn't help.
But we appreciate you. I can't get a bogey card. I'm sorry. I'm not spending $5 on a Xander Bogaerts card.
How much you already pulled the Xander Bogaerts card?
I did. It didn't do crap.
You should rip it up.
What is it? I mean, the Xander rookie cards from like 2015 to now, or from like 2023 to now, since he got to San Diego, man, those are probably taking a nosedive.
Yeah.
I'm going to look actually after this stream.
I know.
All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. John and Jim, 2 p.m. Then tomorrow night on the wrap-up show. Appreciate you. Dodgers, Padres. We don't need to say more. See you tomorrow.